Hello, welcome to Zoo's World, another mini review. This time it is a Ultimate Add-ons sat nav and power case kit. About £65, eBay and Ultimate Add-ons of course. Let's just see what we get with it. Right, that's what you get for your 65 quid. You've got like a 3-prong mount, you've got the Apple connector, I think it's Lightning, the instruction book, the IPX4 case. That's sort of waterproof, water resistant, although not submergible obviously. You've got the mains power lead which permanently wires into your battery. You've got the RAM mount and a lanyard connected to the bottom of the case. Okay, and that's your 65 quid's worth. So here we go. Now the idea is that the RAM mount fits in the steering stem bolt hole thing. I'll show you. Right, I'm going to be fitting my Ultimate Add-on sat nav mount to a 2011-12 CB1000. So the idea is this little plastic cap comes off on mine if you've got one. I did pre-lever it up with a pen knife because they sit quite flush. Right, we're utilising this hole. And the simple idea is the RAM mount has a split through it that when tightened it will expand. Now I find, I've pre-tried this the other night just because things always never seem to fit for myself when I want things. This is quite big and it says 20 to 24.5 and this is the biggest one they do, and what will happen is as it expands it will sit wonky like so, which I didn't like. That's just my OCD. So what I'm hoping to do, whether I'll be able to do it or not, is put some sort of buffer around the edge. But if you're not worried about it sitting wonky, it fits fine, it just sits wonky. I was a bit worried that the water would go down here and eventually tarnish or rust inside there. Under no circumstances do you have to do what I've done. It's just that, as I said, I found it was going in a bit wonky and I didn't want to. The problem being, how do you get it to go in straight? Well, this was my approach. Right, as you can see, nice and straight now. Yet to do it up, of course. So what I did was found my local 99p store, if you're lucky to have one of those very posh establishments with high quality goods. And got myself some brake handlebar grips. Now, don't worry, bright red, but you ain't never seeing it. Tried to find black, no. And I hacked the beastie up, cut the end off, both end, and I literally went for a piece of rubber shroud in the middle, purely to give myself a little rubber sleeve, which is going to be waterproof, so it shouldn't corrode and what have you. I mean, it's inside the stem, you're never going to see it anyway, but it provides a bit of grip and it's created a little buffer around the edge. Don't get me wrong, it was a bit of piddling about. I had to cut through it, make like a sleeve, slice it in. Forcing it down is quite hard, but what I think now is that's going to be really, really strong and central for those of us with a little touch of OCD or just like to have things straight. Right, then it's just simply a case of Allen keying the top down. It's bad, the sun's gone in, you can see what we're doing now. Keep applying pressure as you put it down because you don't want the bug to come up again. Right, excellent stuff. That's it. That's in there nice. And then literally, little tiny plastic caps. In the end, we're done. Okay, so that is your RAM mount in the holder. So theoretically, what you've normally got to do, drop it in, twist it up, expand it. If you're a finicky ass bugger like me who wants to get it as central as possible on that yoke, and oh my god, that is central. Go and mess around with some rubber hand grips from the 99p store. Right, next stage is this little beastie. The back spins off. It's really hard doing it away, but I shall do my best to show you. Spins off there. Excuse the dodgy camera work, but it's easy to do it the other end. Right, that spins off there. Make sure you put the ring on first. Drop that down there. And then this literally goes on that side, a little bit of force, and literally tighten that bit up. Don't tighten it too much because you're going to need to move this around depending on your tighten out once you put it on. Okay. Then we come to the case bit, which is like so. You've got your 3 mounts. There we go. Change of hands. Does camera work? It's on there like so. Make sure you push it down nice and hard. I mean, I'm not going to push down because I'm not going anywhere on it. There we go. There's it. It slides up on that just to show you. The case has 2 locks, one at the top and one there. My wife's been patient over there because I'm filming it. Right, 2 locks, good idea, because then if one comes open as you're going along, you're not going to lose your camera in a hurry, and hopefully you'll find it. Touch sensitive membrane there, it does work. Seems pretty good. And you've got like a silicone rubber seal here, and you've got points at the bottom for the headphones, and a point for the power lead to go in there. And that is mounting the case. Obviously power lead is just going to be mounted to the battery under here, and I suggest you root it under. On these you've got plastic cases, so you can root it under the plastic case. Like that. Well, that's Ultimate Add-ons iPhone 5 mount and case. Hope you find it useful, and good luck fitting yours. That's the final installation. I think I'm going to keep it landscape as opposed to standing more upright. It clears the tank better. It gives you a little bit more scope. If the sun's in it, you'll be able to tilt it more without touching the tanks. Quite close on this. They do an extension arm fitting in here, which I think would be a good idea later on. Just my money's run out, but I've seen that a lot, which just lifts up a little bit higher, gives you a little bit more scope for moving it into here or moving out of there. Okay, and that's it. It's a nice, easy install, apart from me piddling around with handlebar mounts. Thanks so much for watching another Zippy's World video.